You want to know who's up for that challenge? The Terps. The road to the Final Four. Top-seeded Maryland could have some notable stops along the way. Could meet an unbeaten Princeton squad in the second round and conference rival Duke there in the Sweet 16. If they survive those tests, they could potentially face third-seeded Oregon State or second-seeded Tennessee in the Elite Eight. Of course, this team could give UConn a run. And Maryland head women's basketball coach Brenda Frese joining us now by phone here on SportsCenter. Coach, thank you for joining us. Thanks for the time. Congratulations on your #1 seed. What have your conversations been like with your team this week?
Oh, I mean, thank you very much. And obviously, we're extremely excited. And this is the time of year what you've been working so hard for. But, you know, it's been the same, to be honest. I mean, for us, it's always been taking one game, one practice at a time. I mean, trying to lock in. Obviously, this time of year, there can be a lot of distractions and things that take you away from your focus. But just staying locked in and being true to who we are.
Coach, you won the national championship back in 2006. What did you learn throughout that experience that you're drawing on now as you look to win it all, do it again?
Well, you know, I mean, it's a long road. It's hard work. You know, I mean, sometimes you have to have a few lucky breaks that go your way, but there's no, you know, looking out ahead. I mean, you know, if you're going to get all the way to the championship game and 6 games, you really have to be able to lock in and play your best basketball in March, and you have to lock in and play a terrific 40 minutes.
Your team's been playing terrific basketball all season long, incredibly balanced. Just one of 7 teams in the nation to have 4 starters averaging at least 12 points per game. Coach, that's hard to do. How have you been able to get everyone to buy into really a true team system there at Maryland?
Well, you know, it starts with our chemistry. I mean, we have a team that is really selfless in terms of their mentality. And, you know, we spend a lot of time talking about sharing the basketball and being able to get not a good shot, but a great shot. And so, you know, we love when all 5 positions on the floor have the ability to be able to score, but really helping each other in terms of helping them get the best shot they can possibly get.
You mentioned selfless, Coach, but every team, every year, has a different collective personality. How would you describe your team this year?
You know, our personality is real businesslike. I mean, you know, for us to go undefeated in the Big Ten, win our conference tournament, I mean, they've really had a mentality of just, you know, staying grounded, staying humble, always coming ready to work. And I think when you have that kind of mentality and that approach, you don't get too high on your wins, you don't get too low. You know, this team has really taken that approach, and it's worked really well for them.
This is what you're facing. You could see Duke, Tennessee, UConn, all teams standing in your way there. Tough road there for a top seed, really. How do you attack this type of lineup?
Well, you know, I think anybody in the tournament is a tough team. And so, I mean, our focus right now is on New Mexico State. It's our very first game and coming out and playing our best basketball. And then from there, I mean, you already look at some of the upsets that are going on in the men's bracket. You really just have to be locked into your moment and taking care of business in the present moment to be able to advance.
So tell us, what are you doing today, 2 days ahead of tip-off?
Well, you know, we just came off of a great practice, you know, in terms of our scout and being ready for New Mexico State. We don't play until Saturday, so tomorrow, you know, will be all the press conferences and practices to be able to prepare for our game on Saturday. So it's really keeping the routine as normal, if that's possible, as you can in this time in the NCAA tournament.
Keeping it normal, doing like you always do. It's worked throughout this season. Maryland opening the tournament Saturday against New Mexico State. Coach Brenda Frese, best of luck to you and your team. Thank you for joining us here on SportsCenter.
All right. Thank you so much.